Why Satan laughs at many people. You see, this is going to be a topic that a lot of people don't want to discuss, but we have to discuss it because this is something that's really needs to be talked about. You see, the enemy, he doesn't fear a lot of people. He does not fear a majority of people in society, and I'll tell you why. When Satan looks at many people, especially us as human beings, he sees many human beings, majority of people walking on this planet, as nothing but rebellious. They're rebellious against God. And this is why Satan laughs at many people, because when you rebel against God, when you don't want to follow God's plans for your life, you fall right into the enemy's trap. I see a lot of times people like to blame the enemy and say Satan did this and Satan did that, but a lot of times people are destroying themselves. You see, this is why Satan makes a mockery of many people. This is why Satan is able to destroy so many people so easy, because they allow him to. You see, the enemy, he can only tempt you. He can only put stuff in your face, but it's still your free will whether you choose to take it or not. It's still up to you whether you choose to give in to the enemy's temptation or you choose to remain loyal with God. You see, this is why Satan laughs at many people, because he's laughing and saying, man, look at these people. They have the chance to repent, and look, they still want to rebel against God. You see, Satan loves when you rebel against God because he knows that he can now destroy you fully. He knows that there's nothing there to save you. Because let me tell you something. Every day that you wake up, every moment you take breath, that is God's grace and mercy upon you. That's God's favor upon you. And you see, when you choose to keep rebelling against God and you choose not to keep going down, and you choose not to follow down His path for your life, that's when God can give you over to a reprobate mind, as the book of Romans states. And when you have a reprobate mind, you basically love to your own destruction at that point. And Satan loves that. You see, he loves when a lot of you men like to go out to a club. You like to go out to a strip club and date all these hookers and these prostitutes. He love it. He love it because he knows that you're going to end up being destroyed in the end. You're going to end up catching HIV, AIDS, STDs. He loves when you smoke that weed, when you smoke that crack, because you damaging your lungs. He loves when you drink all that alcohol, getting drunk, because you damaging your kidney and your liver inside. He loves when you just go around and you want to just rebel against God. You want to make that demonic rap music, talk about you killing people, you murdering people, talk about you shooting at ops, talk about you selling drugs to your own people. He loves that because he knows that soon a rival gang member going to come and soon kill you. He knows that the people you done dirty in your past going to come looking for you, especially when you blow up and become famous. Oh, the enemy loves that. Same thing, a lot of you women who want to go out, you want to go out and just live life your way. You want to go out, you want to sleep around all these different men. The enemy loves that. Oh, he laughs at that. You know why? The reason why he laughs at that, because he knows eventually, just like the men, you're going to catch AIDS, STDs, gonorrhea, herpes. Look how high the STD rate is in our communities, especially right here in America. It is so high, it's not even funny how high the STD rates are, how many people are catching gonorrhea and all these different sexual diseases. It is nasty how many sleep partners people have nowadays. You know, nowadays a lot of women want to go out, they want to go out partying with their girls, they want to have all girls night, they want to get drunk, they want to smoke all the drugs they want, smoke all weed, go to various men. Nowadays girls think it's hot to be a lesbian, they think it's cute to say they like other girls. Oh, saying he laughs at that. They see the enemy, he loves that. You know why? Because the enemy, he knows that when you die, when you take your last breath, his soul is yours. You're going straight to hell. He knows that you're going to be in the lake of fire just like him. He loves that. You see, the enemy, he wants as many people to go to the lake of fire with him. You know why? Because the more people that come, he's not going to be by himself. He knows that's going to be less people in heaven. You see, the enemy, he used to be in heaven. Before Satan was a fallen angel, he was Lucifer. He was actually, as the Bible states, he was God's most beautiful angel. He was in heaven. He knows how beautiful heaven is. He knows what it's like to be up there. He knows what it's like to dwell in the presence of God. He knows all about that. You think the enemy's a fool? He knows all about that. He knows what it's like, how beautiful heaven is. And guess what? Since he knows, and us as human beings, many of us have not been there unless God has shown you like a vision, or unless you had an out-of-body experience. He knows that you probably don't know how beautiful heaven is. So he loves when you rebel against God, because he knows the moment you die, you're not even going to be with God. You're going to be in the hell, burning in the lake of fire in the end. And that's why the enemy, he sits back and he laughs at so many people. You see, the enemy, he don't really have to go out and tempt a lot of people, because a lot of people, sad to say, just end up destroying themselves in the end. They end up ruining their own lives in the end. Satan just watches many people, he just sits back, he just laughs. And if you're the type of person who likes to rebel against God, if you like to do everything that God say not to do, if you like to rebel, party, drink, smoke, not listen to God, lie on people, cheat on people, being adultery, fornication. If you involved in any of this stuff, you think it's cute. You think it's cute to be gay. You talk about this gay pride and all this. You know, we in the month of June. A lot of people like to say all this stuff. Oh, gay pride and all this. You involved in any of this stuff, cheat on people, envious, jealous, covetous, anything like that. You really need to repent and get it right with God. You need to. Because the enemy, he's sitting back laughing at you. For all you people who remain atheists and talk about you don't believe in God, and you don't believe in heaven and hell and all that. Guess what? The enemy, he's sitting back laughing. You know why? Because he loves that you don't believe. Because how can you fight against the enemy who you don't believe? That's like the United States, for example, saying they don't believe in Al-Qaeda. And they're not going to stand guard at the borders and stand guard patrolling the air or patrolling America for any terrorists. You see, Al-Qaeda would love that because they know they could easily walk in and do what they want because America don't even believe that they exist. So the same thing with the enemy. You know, with the enemy, if you don't even believe he exists, you don't even believe that God's real, the enemy has legal rights. It's easy for him to destroy you because he knows at that point he could walk in and do almost anything he wants because you don't even believe he's real. So you can't even see his attacks coming. How can you fight against the enemy and how can you defend against the enemy's attacks that you don't even believe exists? You know, you're gonna fall right into it. And this is why the enemy, he laughs at so many people. This is why so many people are victim of Satan. This is why Satan just sits back here and watch a lot of people destroy themselves. Because a lot of people a lot of people just don't want to follow God's commandments. They want to go down their own route. They want to live life their way. And you see, this stuff is heartbreaking to God because, you know, God the Father, you know, he sent Jesus Christ. You know, Jesus Christ, God the Son, he came to earth and he died for us. And you know, I know this stuff must hurt Jesus because, you know, he died for us. He gave us all these bunch of chances. Jesus Christ has given us many chances. All of us have been given chances by God. We've all been given chances. I don't care who you are. God has given many few people a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance, a fifth chance, a 10th chance, a 20th chance. God has given many of us chances. And you see, there's going to come a point where God is going to allow you to be given over to a reprobate mind. And that's, you see, the more you sin and the more you rebel against God, your heart becomes harder and harder and harder. You become more stubborn. You become more rebellious. The more you don't want to listen to God, the more you're going to rebel against him. And you see, the enemy, he's going to love that because the more you're just not going to follow God even more. And this is why the enemy, he just sits back, he laughs at many people. Because he knows many people, and especially in today's society, many people in society do not want to follow God. You could have 1,000 people in a crowd, right? You could have 1,000 people in one crowd. And after 1,000 people in that crowd, you might only have 1 or 2 people that might follow God. I'm not just talking about believing God, because all 1,000 people could say they believe in God. I'm talking about obeying God, obeying his plans. I'm talking about it's no longer their will they're after. They want to chase after God's plans, chase after God's will for their life. They want to seek to please God. Their life is no longer their own. Their life now belongs to God. I'm talking about those types of people. And you see, and especially with nowadays, with how much more evil society is becoming, with how society is deteriorating, with how people are becoming more hard against God. I saw a study not too long ago that more people are becoming atheists, that more people leaving the Christian church. So you're gonna have more people going to turn against God. You got more people going to rebel against God, and that's going to keep happening until people get it straight. But you see, with all these temptations around us, you know, got all this stuff, especially on the internet. You got stuff like pornography, you got fornication, you got all these demonic rappers that talk about sleeping around, that talk about killing ops. You know, with all the temptation in society, it's becoming harder and harder to even reach people for a kingdom of heaven. Because most people nowadays just have a me mentality. They don't care about nobody else. They don't even care about God off them. They just care about themselves and what they want to do. Many people have this mentality, I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't care who has a problem with it. And that's why Satan is able to destroy so many people. That's why the enemy is able to just ruin so many people's lives. And it's sad to see. Because all people have to really do is just repent, give their life to God, and just follow God's plans. You see, I know following God's, we're going to be honest, it's not always easy. It can always be difficult, especially because, you know, following God, it comes at a price. Because as I stated, your life is no longer your own. You're now chasing after God's desires, not your desires no more. But guess what? You see, it might seem hard at first, but the more you get closer to God, the more you fast, you pray, you get in your word, you realize that all this stuff, even your own desires, don't really matter. It's all about pleasing God. It's all about making the Most High happy. But you see, the enemy, he loves that a lot of people don't want to get in their word. They don't want to fast and pray and kill the flesh. Because the more you stay loyal to your flesh, more loyal to your spirit, and staying loyal to your connection with God, the more you're going to give in to the flesh. And the flesh naturally wants to rebel against God because we live in a sinful flesh right now due to the fall of Adam and Eve. So your flesh naturally want to rebel and do what they want to do. Your flesh naturally wants to do corruption and things that's against God. But that's why we're supposed to draw closer to our spirit, draw closer to the spirit of the Most High God. Tap into Most High God and tap into what He wants for our lives, tap into His will. But nevertheless, guys, we need to stay closer to God. We need to, because we don't want to be destroyed by the enemy. You don't want the enemy laughing at you in the end. Just imagine you die, your soul come out of your body, right? You over here thinking you going to heaven because, you got lukewarm Christians nowadays who believe they can live life any type of way they want and they'll make it in. You have a lot of lukewarm Christians nowadays. So, you just imagine you die as a lukewarm Christian. You die as a person to where you never believed in God. You thought you were an atheist. You thought all this stuff was a joke. You were a type of person you wanted to just go out and just live life your way, party, drink, smoke, fornicate, adultery, and all that. Imagine you die, your soul come out of your body, and the enemy, he's standing right there in the spirit realm laughing at you. Just laughing. Knowing that because he knows that you about to be sent to hell. He knows that you going to end up in a lake of fire in the end. He knows it's over for you because once you take your last breath, it's over with. Ain't no coming back. Ain't no more second chances. But nevertheless, guys, take this very serious, man. Don't let the enemy laugh at you. Don't let the enemy destroy you. Stay close to the Most High God. Don't let the enemy have legal rights to just come, kill, and steal, and destroy. Because the Bible states the enemy, he goes around like a lion, seeking who he may kill, steal, and destroy. Don't let the enemy destroy you. Don't be your own worst enemy. A lot of people are their own worst enemy. Don't be your own worst enemy. I know a lot of times we want to do stuff we want because due to the flesh and all that, but we got to kill this flesh. We got to kill this flesh daily and stay repentant and stay getting closer to God and stay seeking after God's will for our life. Because in the end, all we need to do is just please God, because when you please God, you'll be happy. Because pleasing God naturally pleases your soul. You see, when you're in God's will for your life, you'll always be a happy person. You could have no money and still be happy. You know why? Because when you're in God's will, you'll always be a happy person, because God's will always supply your needs. It will always satisfy your soul. God will give you a peace that no money, no car, no husband, no wife can give. But nevertheless, guys, take this message serious. Have a blessed day and take care.